to finish in the top two, whether or not the fair play side are looking good.
All right, here I am, just 10 minutes away from the start of USA's final group stage game against Turkey. USA has already punched its ticket to the knockouts after beating Australia, and Turkey is already eliminated. But even though we are resting some of our starters, I want us to finish strong so we can continue that momentum going into the knockouts for whoever we face. And at the same time of USA's final stage game against Turkey, the other game for the final group stage game of Group D will be going on as well, Paraguay and Australia. So those two games are going on at the same time, so I'm watching both of them because they're going on at the same time, because they always do the final group stage games. They kick off at the same time for every World Cup, and not just the World Cup, but for every major tournament that's done as well. Yeah, looks good there. So right now, both the country's teams for both games are coming out to see their USA and Turkey and Paraguay and Australia. And we'll see who also finishes second in Group D between Paraguay and Australia. Right now, it's currently Australia in second. Australia needs to win or draw to move on to the knockouts, so they finish second. But for Paraguay, for them to finish second and go to the knockouts, they need to win. And then, but if the game ends in a draw for Paraguay, that would also help them move on to the knockouts as well. So already we have. I'm going to check the number of countries that have already moved on into the knockouts. All right, but first, here's Turkey's national anthem that's playing. And then Paraguay's national anthem will be playing as well. So far, the countries that have punched their tickets to the knockouts: Mexico, South Africa, Switzerland, Canada, Brazil, Morocco, USA, Germany, Ivory Coast, Netherlands, Argentina, France, Netherlands, Colombia. And then for the third place teams that have moved on so far: Bosnia, Ecuador, and Sweden. If Ecuador, with their win against Germany earlier today, that helped them move on to the knockouts because Germany had already advanced. Turkey's national anthem is finished. Well done, Turkey. And now it's time for USA's national anthem. Oh, hello, Retro. We just got done watching Tyrant Member's recent video. Yep, that's probably for his movie that he's doing, the sequel for the Advanced Productions movie. And then Australia's national anthem will also be playing as well, because I'm also watching Paraguay versus Australia, not just the USA-Turkey game. They prove through the night! For the third time in this World Cup, and possibly more, depending on how far USA goes. Well done for USA! USA!
¿Qué quieres lograr? Tienes mucho que dar, así que dale. Bank of America apoya a todos los que se atrevan a preguntarse qué quieres lograr.
And well done for Australia too for their national anthem.
¿Qué quieres lograr? Tienes mucho que dar, así que dale. Bank of America apoya a todos los que se atrevan a preguntarse qué quieres lograr.
¿Eres fanático del deporte y tienes alguna de estas plataformas?
Anótate un golazo. Llega a Telemundo Deportes ahora. Entrevistas, partidos, análisis, debate en vivo, todo en un nuevo canal. Programación non-stop para el verdadero fanático que siempre quiere más.
Telemundo Deportes ahora, titular en la cancha y en tus plataformas.
Disponible ya, gratis y en español.
So a couple of the knockout stage games that are already set for the round of 32. Brazil will play Japan. For its first knockout stage game, South Africa will play Canada. Netherlands will play Morocco, and it looks like after USA's final group stage game is over, it looks like we might play Bosnia in the knockouts for our first knockout stage game. I know a lot of sources say we're going to play Bosnia, so it may be true. So because after our game against Turkey, we rest until our first knockout stage game, which will happen on July 1st. First, we take a look at Turkey's lineup. They start Kek here as their goalie.
La zona media, Pomshu, Osman, por lo contado, Haití, Arda Kula, Gildes y
There's that goalie guy for Turkey, who is the same age as me. That's how they line up tactically. Now they're showing Paraguay's lineup for the other game, and I'm also watching as well. At USA, we are resting some of our starters due to us already winning the group and advancing. So some of our starters will come off the bench. I do want us to finish the group stage strong so we carry that momentum into the knockouts. If Mexico can finish the group stage perfect, we can too. Now they show Australia's lineup. Looks like Australia's still going to roll with the same goalie as they have for the other two during the other two group stage games.
Starting a big group. First game, so we came into the second half with abilities and now turn the game around for a third. What can he do on the night when he gets
Getting ready for the Turkey-USA game to kick off. 3, 2, 1. And away we go in SoFi for USA's final group stage game of the 2026 World Cup against Turkey.
Aquí está la selección de los Estados Unidos, Sebastián Halter, que vino por el toque atrás, Miles Robinson, Halter, que vino por el toque más atrás.
Now the Australia-Paraguay game has started as well. All right.
Tenga compañeros, pues eso va.
On USA's game so far, Reina with the ball, so a lot of these backups are in. Just moving it up. Shot! Oh, it might have been blocked. And we get an early corner. An early corner. There you go, a corner in just the first 2 minutes of the game. Here we go. So we'll get something. So here we go on this corner. This corner. Oh, and Turkey was able to block it off, but we get it back. Shot, save. Oh, just couldn't clean it up. Well, Turkey just was trying to clear, but we intercepted. But Turner quickly saved the goalie for Turkey saves it. We do get another corner, though. Another corner. The Turkish goalie saved it. Instead of Matt Turner. Well, Matt Turner is the starting goalie for us in this game because our usual starter, Matt Freeze, is resting this one. So here's the corner for USA. It's open shot, goal! Just 3 minutes in, USA leads. Just 3 minutes in. It took just 3 minutes in this one. Was able to direct it in. Number 6 able to direct it in from the 6-yard box. That was Trusty, number 6. That scores the first goal of this one. In the first game, we use our alternate jerseys, the away jerseys, the navy blue jersey with white stars. 1-0 USA thanks to Trusty, 3 minutes in. So now we've scored a goal in all of our games in just the first 10 minutes. How about that? There we go. That's how you want. That's how you want to start a game, especially for the last group stage game, so you finish strong. And Australia had a shot. It was saved. They had a shot there in the other game against Paraguay. That's also going on as well. Meanwhile, here come Turkey. We were able to intercept it. Yep, every time when you're watching the final set of group stage games for these World Cups, every time you hear that, every time you hear that sound, that means it's a score update that's going on from any of the stadiums. The score update from the other games that are from each of the final group stage games. Now here come Turkey. Now USA swiped it.
Muy intensa en Estados Unidos, había conseguido salir de la misma, había encontrado la vía de escape. Turquía, pero mantiene desde atrás, se corrió 30 metros, hizo el sprint para llegar a tocar el balón y quitarlo del control del futbolista turco. Parecía que David ya va cometiendo una infracción. Antes de sacar la Reina le dice a mí, fue a Marqueta Silva que pidió la pelota y aquí.
All right, here we go. USA's got the ball. There's the number 11 with it. See if he can make it 2-0. Oh, but Turkey swiped it away.
Brandon Aronson le vino el balón. Creo que unos 50.
So how things stand right now, that we would finish the group stage with 9 points. And so far, nothing has been scored in the Paraguay-Australia game. So if that game remains scoreless, ends scoreless, then Australia would move on in second, and then probably Paraguay moves on as one of the third place teams.
Había marcado 7. Hoy la igualó y lo puede superar como está jugando.
Sin dudas. Obvio, y lo que le resta, ¿no? Porque ya está clasificado, ya ganó el grupo, ya sabe que se queda en la costa oeste.
So in each of our group stage games in this year's World Cup, we have scored first, and all of our goals have come. The first goal that we scored in just the first 10 minutes of each game.
Revolution. Otra vez Turner.
Kick it out. Meanwhile, in the Paraguay-Australia game, Paraguay has a free kick against Australia. It will be a long free kick. Paraguay just crossed it in, and it is caught by Patrick Beach, the Australian goalie.
Estaba cobrando fuera de juego el árbitro. Vemos a Pochettino hablando con su primera.
Someone said, LOL. What's so funny, Rumi K-pop Demon Hunter 25?
Por arriba de la cabeza de los centrales de los Estados Unidos para punta Jim Mas.
Largo vino ese pelotazo. Piqué no va a llegar. En el fondo
You
estaba.
see now is the ball, they're trying to move it up,
Ahora Arrensen.
and Turkey just swipes it away.
Ahí está el 8 de Real Madrid. Ya abrió con el capitán Shelley. Abierto está Mendy. Se frenó el número 24. Ahora sí le entregó la pelota. Wea, le recuperó. Ahora es María Rey.
Oh, and foul called, yep. Foul called on Turkey.
Sí, estoy de acuerdo contigo. Como dices, lo mismo que ha hecho el Río. Pero sí, por todo lo que comete la falta, me parece que poco tiene para poder argumentar que se va a ver equivocado, ¿no? Sí, el tema es si las reacciones para amarillo o la falta también lo era antes, ¿no? Que cometía Coach.
All right, here we go. Chance to add another goal. Oh, Turkey just got away from that USA player. Now here come Turkey.
1-0 es el marcador en 8 minutos y medio de este primer tiempo. Saque de banda. Llegaron todas las figuras del Diego.
El señor Norton y el señor Pitt. Parece que se vino de la isla de Gilligan.
Don Diego, una nota de 100 para usted.
El bucket hat, le dicen, ¿no?
There were, I think, a kind of 5
Robinson,
frontline defenders that were jumping up with him, surrounding him.
Long ball. But Turkey is able to get there. Now Turkey's goalie has it. See if he can press him.
De que tiene plantel para rotación y para soñar en grande, ¿no?
Sí, este es un partido que servirá para confirmar todo lo que ya sabe Pochettino, que es de contar, como él lo dice y lo repite constantemente.
Here comes Turkey. Meanwhile, they have the ball at midfield. And it looked like Australia, they had a shot that just went over the nets for the other game that's going on. Here comes Turkey. Goalers open. Goal. Turkey has tied it. Yep, it was passed right to Goaler, and he was able to score easily. Able to get it past Matt Turner. So it's 1-1, 10 minutes in. So 2 goals in just the first 10 minutes, one from each country. That's Arda Güler, his first career World Cup goal, and that is Turkey's first goal that they scored in this year's World Cup. Coming into this game, despite having a lot of shots and all the possession in the other 2 group stage games they played, in the losses against Australia and Paraguay, they finally were able to score at this year's World Cup, Turkey. Well, for Turkey, where was this from earlier from the other 2 group stage games that they played? So, yeah, at least they can celebrate that goal. But let's hope we can get the lead back. Yep, it is Arda Güler in the 10-minute mark that ties the game. So, just 7 minutes after USA scored first, Turkey ties it up at 1. I know we have already won our group and have already moved on to the knockouts, but I want us to finish the group stage strong, so we have a lot of momentum going into the knockouts. But now we just got to defend the rest of this game and score another goal so we can go back up 2-1. Oh, what's up, Roland Superstar 23? Now here comes McKinney for USA. Still has it. Toss it back out. Shot, blocked. The shot, save. We had 2 shots there, but Turkey was able to block the first attempt, and on the second attempt, it was saved by their goalie. Better hope Team USA win. Well, I'm hoping we finish the group stage perfect. We've already won our first group stage game, which guaranteed us a spot in the knockouts. And we've already won our group as well after Paraguay beat Turkey. So this game, I want us to win so that way we have a lot of momentum going into the knockouts. So what I mean is I want USA to finish the group stage very strong. It's just 3 minutes in, we scored the first goal. And then just 7 minutes later, the 10-minute mark, Turkey tied it up.
Creo que todo esto ha provocado que sea un encuentro ahora muy entretenido en el primer cuarto de hora. Mano ya se paró Pochettino. Sí, está fuera del área técnica ahora mismo, está observando a sus jugadores. Se han encontrado Tele y Pochettino en la previa del partido, se han cruzado en la zona de medios y bueno, han estado.
Turkey may have been eliminated, but they are trying to play this game with a lot of pride. Because this is their last game for this year's World Cup since they're eliminated, Turkey. All right, here we go. This is our chance to get the lead back. Come on, USA. Pop it back out. Cross. And it just goes out of play.
¿Sabe que tengo un amigo de West Pines en la Florida? Sí. Que entrenó afuera de chiquito. Sí. Sí.
Cuando Mufasa vivía en la Florida.
That should be a foul call because for some reason they don't call the foul there near midfield. Or a USA and Turkey player, or there's some teams like that.
Colin Farrell,
Meanwhile, in the Paraguay-Australia game, that game is still scoreless. Paraguay trying to get a good opportunity, but that shot might have been deflected and saved by their goalie Patrick Beach. And they just showed some Australian fans dressed up as kangaroos because Australia's got a lot of kangaroos. Meanwhile, back for Turkey against USA.
Saque de banda.
Ball.
Ha optado por el camino
Play from the sideline, so it'll be a throw.
de etapa por ahora que Aronson juegue por derecha y juegue por izquierda. Tiene la capacidad para intercambiarse de banda en cualquier momento, seguro que lo va a hacer. Aquí está el toque que vino por ahora
Now Simba has the ball.
la pelota que vino para
And that's a foul. Yep. All right, we take it quick. Let's try to get the lead back, USA. So with that goal, Austin Trusty scored for USA 3 minutes in. He is the 4th player in this year's World Cup to score for USA. Although we've had 2 own goals as well, one against Paraguay and one against Australia that started the scoring in both those games. We've won both 4-1 and 2-0 respectively. All right, here's the long ball here. Here's the peppiest player catching up to it. Now he waits. All right, come on. Pop it back out. Gonna shoot it. They have it at the top of the box. Granick tries to chase it, but he can't get to it, so it goes out of play on the sidelines for a Turkish throw. I'm like, bro, seriously. I don't know what you mean there, Ralston Superstar 23. Oh, now a USA player just went down. And meanwhile, in the Paraguay-Australia game, a Paraguay player just went down. USA now has the ball at midfield.
Weston McKinney. Gio Reina. El que marca es
And it gets it back to the team.
el cambio de frente que vino para Trusty.
Long ball to the goal scorer, Trusty.
Wea. El toque atrás y de primera
And Turkey tried to clear, but now the Turkish player tried to clear. He went down. And it's going to be a yellow card handed out to a USA player. Yeah, that was Sebastian Berhalter, number 14. He is the son of former USA coach Greg Berhalter. Well, now after the group stage is over, all cards, players that are on a yellow card are going to be wiped out for the start of the knockouts. For those countries that are already moved on. Well, after today, there are still 6 more groups that are left to be finished. Tomorrow, we'll have the final set of group stage games for groups G, H, and I. There's another look at the goal that USA scored 3 minutes in. And scored by Trusty. Austin Trusty. And on Saturday will be the final set of group stage games for groups J, K, and L. And then starting Sunday, it will be the start of the knockout stages of the 2026 World Cup, starting with the round of 32. Yep, so 32 teams make it to the knockouts. So yep, it's the top 2 teams in each group, along with the 8 best third place teams.
Y el que haya jugado solamente por los primeros 45 minutos contra Paraguay, y ahora no ha vuelto a tener acción.
Both the final group stage games for Group D are being played in Cali. USA versus Turkey is being played in LA and SoCal at SoFi Stadium, home of the Rams Chargers, and Paraguay versus Australia being played at the Niners Stadium at Levi Stadium in the Bay Area.
por ejemplo, como México, como la selección de Argentina.
It's still scoreless in the Paraguay-Australia game.
A pesar de estar
20 minutes in, and 20 minutes in the USA-Turkey game, it is tied 1-1.
Terminó perdiendo el partido contra Ecuador. Y era seguramente por eso, Luis, para que no tuviera tanto tiempo de inactividad. Es lo que va a tener que decidir mañana Scaloni, por ejemplo, que ya sellar tiro libre para la selección de Turquía.
Turkey will now have a free kick.
1-1 es el marcador.
Looks like they take the free kick short, and they're not going to get to the ball, so it's going to go through the end line for a goal kick.
¿Sabes la comedia que podríamos armar con todos estos? Con todo lo que están aquí.
De todo lo que puedes armar.
That'll be a throw-in for USA. McKinney throws it in, but Turkey is able to swipe the ball away. Here comes a long ball. Turkey's going to get to it. Now USA is able to intercept.
Era Marquez que la tiró demasiado de Marquez se la sacó de encima. ¡Oh, mirá, qué mostrado! Pero este es un crack. Lo están mostrando en la pantalla gigante. Bueno, te emociona, pero la gente no lo puede ver en la casa todavía. Es Scottie Pippen. Es que lo emocionó a Luis. No sabía que era hincha de los Bulls.
Me gusta el formato.
Te voy a decir, si Pippen giraba al revés,
And the foul is called at midfield.
Aguea con mucho espacio para recorrer, pero giró a la inversa y ahí es donde terminó devolviendo el balón a su casa el central de los Estados Unidos, que después regaló. Llega el momento de la pausa de hidratación, la primera del partido. Bueno,
Meanwhile, in the Paraguay-Australia game, Australia had a shot blocked. I hope I don't have to make a jump for it in my living room. I know what you mean there. This is Superstar 23. And now we are in the hydration break for Turkey against USA.
Ya no fue bien de Oscar Pareja, el ex técnico de Orlando City.
sí, él, la verdad que creo que tiene muchas influencias, habla muy bien de la gente que cree que le puede aportar cosas, pero está muy abierto a entrenarse y a empaparse de otras técnicas y con parejas al que conoce muy bien, pues no es una excepción. Ahora le vemos con la guitarra, reuniendo a todos los futbolistas ahí en un corrillo, dando instrucciones, a veces también con el ordenador.
And now hydration break for Paraguay against Australia.
Están gustando en estos primeros 23 minutos en los que Estados Unidos ha ido muy bien, pero le han empatado. Ahí está la definición de Arda Güler.
Una de las cosas también interesantes que me llamó la atención, Diego, esto del tema de Oscar Pareja.
And I'll take a hydration break as well.
Que los chilenos querían que le dieran consejos, ¿no? Y él habló acerca de las diferencias de la cultura del futbolista latinoamericano, del europeo y del estadounidense, de jugadores acá de la liga. Y al parecer, todo lo que le dijo Oscar Pareja, pues lo ha estado utilizando.
Bueno, Pareja fue valiosísimo en el ascenso meteórico de Alex Freeman, claro, de la cantera del Orlando City a la selección de los Estados Unidos. Alex Freeman, que viene de anotar el gol del partido contra Australia aquí en el Mundial, hijo de Antonio Freeman, al que tengo detrás prácticamente. Directamente. Ahí te veo, un ex jugador de fútbol americano que ganó el Super Bowl 31 con los Green Bay Packers. Freeman, Alex, se crió en Fort Lauderdale antes de llegar a la cantera de los Orlando City, a donde terminó conociendo a Oscar Pareja, que es el que lo promociona al primer equipo, y después obviamente Estados Unidos lo convoca Pochettino para la Copa Oro del año pasado. Señor. Estuvimos hablando el otro día además con Alex Piman y le preguntábamos sobre ese gol, que cómo lo había celebrado su padre en casa, porque os acordáis que fue un gol que VAR parecía que no, luego que sí, y dijo que ellos también lo pasaron con muchos nervios en su casa, su padre. El otro día se dejó ver por la ciudad deportiva, por el centro de entrenamiento de Estados Unidos, con la camiseta de su hijo.
All right, I am back.
Y bueno, para hablar con los medios de comunicación y también para que dio la oportunidad de verle y de ver a su hijo entrenar.
Y bueno, y Antonio, cada vez que le preguntan, ¿no? O sea, apoya 1000% a su hijo que haya decidido jugar fútbol y no fútbol americano.
Back from the hydration breaks for both games.
Claro, que marcó un touchdown en ese Super Bowl. Le creo que era el mariscal de campo. Sí.
Mira que me acuerdo.
Que seguía en el NFL.
Sí.
Le pregunté a Freeman hace un par de meses que qué sería más importante, si ganar la Super Bowl o la Copa del Mundo, porque ya que sin ningún ganador la Copa del Mundo. Tiene razón.
Es verdad.
In the USA-Turkey game, the USA is in the dark blue jerseys with stars on it. The stars are kind of hard to see on USA's away jersey, and Turkey's wearing their white ones. Paraguay's wearing their red and white jerseys, red and white striped jerseys, and Australia is wearing their yellow jerseys. With green shorts. That's what Australia usually wears.
Y ahora,
Hoy imagínense que estaba pidiendo la pelota en aquel sector, luchando, peleando, está George Kelly. Ricardo Murphy que no llega. Bartashi es el que había ganado por arriba. Murphy ya la bajó. Ahora Berkante. Ahora es McKinney. Y el toque que vino más atrás, George Kelly.
USA has the ball. There's a long ball coming. Lee is able to handle, but it's swiped away. All right, see if we can swipe it back. It looks like Turkey has it, but looks we intercept it. Oh, USA play one down. Here we go. Oh, and Turkey was able to clear it away. USA gets it back.
Otra vez Roberto Wester McKinney. Allá va John Scully. El jugador de Florida.
Harrison got there, and that's going to be a corner. Able to draw a corner out of that one. Meanwhile, for the Paraguay-Australia game, that game is still scoreless, and an Australia player is down, and there's some trainers there trying to help them. Meanwhile, back to the Turkey-USA game. USA getting ready to swing this corner.
Reines el que le va a pegar este tiro de esquina. Ojo con Trusty, una vez más que siempre.
Here's the corner, swung on. It's open shot! Save! Clear! Goal! Oh, dear horses, it's offside! It's offside! Oh, man! Oh, 22 was offside. So was Pepe of USA. We had two players offside. Thought we would go up 2-0 there, but unfortunately we had two players offside, and one of the two players that was offside touched it. So that's why the goal didn't count. Still remains 1-1. In USA's first group stage game in their win against Paraguay, they had one goal taken away due to offside. It was Balogun that had his goal taken away, but then minutes later, he scored, and made sure it counted. And then in our second group stage game, the second goal we scored from Alex Freeman. It was initially offside, but then after review, Alex Freeman was onside, and the goal stood in our 2-0 win against Australia. Now, meanwhile, here's Turkey. Shot, goal. Turkey takes the lead. Turkey leads for the first time in this game. Where was this from earlier, Turkey? Why couldn't you score goals like this, how you are against us, against Australia and Paraguay? If you had scored at least one goal in either of those two games, Turkey, you would have been still alive. But even though they're eliminated, they just want to end their World Cup campaign on a high note. Yep, the net was just open there as number 6 was able to tuck it in. So 2-1 lead for Turkey. So we trail for the first time in a game in this year's World Cup. Because in some of the other 2 games we played in our first group stage games between Paraguay and Australia, we've led at points during the game. And it was Koku of Turkey at the 31st minute of the game. Now we just got to defend the rest of the way or possibly tie the game with a lot of these backups. A lot of these backups that we have instead of our usual starters. Now here comes Turkey. They're looking to add on to their lead. It's still scoreless between Paraguay and Australia. Right now, USA is losing 2-1 against Turkey. A loss won't do anything for USA in this game, even just because we've already clinched a spot in the knockouts. We won our group because we won our first 2 group stage games. The hope for the rest of the way, maybe we can come back and win this so that way we go into knockout stages with momentum. Meanwhile, here comes Turkey looking for another goal, as that shot just was a weak one. That was easy for Matt Turner to pick up.
Está dejando pasos, están reaccionando tarde, y eso puede afectar al ataque de Turquía en este momento del encuentro. Se deja la sensación que puede llegar al gol. Sigue calentando futbolistas de Estados Unidos, ¿no? Sí, acaba de salir una segunda tanda con Sergio Díaz, con Alex Freeman, con Anthony Robinson.
Now Turkey's goalie has it. And gets it. USA trying to intercept. Come on, USA. Yes, sir. Even though we're trailing 2-1 and have already won our group, we want to finish the group stage strong. And that ball just loops over. USA is able to get it with whip. Now whistle's blown.
otra vez festeja. Sí.
And it's offside again on USA. It was offside. Turkey gets the ball back. As we are 10 minutes plus stoppage time. 10 minutes plus stoppage time from the end of the first half. Not just for the USA-Turkey game, but 10 minutes plus stoppage time from the half for Paraguay and Australia. For that game, Paraguay and Australia still scoreless. Meanwhile, back at the USA-Turkey game, Turkey just handles the ball there. And meanwhile, for the Paraguay-Australia game, Australia shoots it, and it is saved by Paraguay's goalie. Meanwhile, back at the Turkey-USA game, Turkey was able to get the ball forward. Now they have it near the box. It's goaler of Turkey who has it. He's one of their best players that Turkey has. Goaler sends a long crossing ball to 24. And then this ball kind of crosses back to them. Oh, here comes Turkey. Uh-oh. We don't want to allow another goal here.
De acción de Estados Unidos. Sí. Por eso juega donde juega. Por eso lo dependía tanto Montella él. Especialmente de Luis.
Meanwhile, in the Paraguay-Australia game, Australia has it near the box. They have it in the box now. They're trying to shoot it. And Paraguay swipes it away. And now USA has the ball. They're in their game against Turkey. And back to the Paraguay-Australia game. Paraguay moves it up to their side and looks like they might throw it in.
Yo le diría, salgan con la pelota dominada y no la rieguen, no la regalen.
Well, Paraguay trying to score, and that shot just doesn't do anything for them in that game against Australia, so that game is still scoreless. Meanwhile, back at the USA-Turkey game, USA has the ball as they are near midfield. And the foul was called on Turkey. And that was the son of former USA coach Greg, who was just Sebastian. He's back up. Here's Weah, who's trying to get to it, and it is saved there by Turkey's goalie. There's a long ball sent by Turkey now. You see it. Turkey will get a free kick because of that foul by the US. So it'll be a long free kick for Turkey. Here's the free kick from Turkey, headed, and the shot that hit the side of the net, that's a goal kick. There we go. We were able to defend that one.
Claro,
5 minutes left.
ha cambiado de idea.
And the 45, although we'll have a get tax on the
Ahí la
course,
pelota le
the
pega.
match break
Sería
and the
claramente al futbolista de los
injury to
Estados Unidos.
Metcalf
Creo
as
que
well.
juega a Miles Robinson.
Oh, and it'll be a corner for Turkey instead of a goal kick. I thought it was last touched by a Turkish player. But now Turkey takes the corner. It's a short corner. It goes out from the front of the box.
Their game, the USA took an early lead in that touch for 60, but Turkey have turned it around and reminded over the USA already second through its group winners and we've got the identity of their opponents
Se volvió
now.
impreciso, ya no tiene tanta llegada por banda.
Momentum of the game, yep. Some of it was on USA's side, and most of it was on Turkey's side.
El equipo turco, que uno imaginaba iba a ofrecer.
Now, this was going to be our hardest group stage game out of the three we had, just because before this World Cup started, 2026 World Cup started, a lot of people had Turkey as like their dark horse, but now they don't seem to be the dark horse they are in their first group stage games, and then they lost both of them. And now they're playing like how they should have been, but even though they're eliminated, and USA is going to get a corner. Meanwhile, Paraguay and Australia. Australia trying to get to the ball, just goes out of play. Paraguay will throw in. All right, let's tie the game before the half. That would be nice. Even though whatever the result is, nothing will happen to us. But I just want USA to finish the group stage strong.
Winston Martínez. Scally. Arensen y ahora es el capitán otra vez. El toque que viene para Sebastián.
We'll be doing that as well during the Visa time show. Stay tuned to that.
All right, here comes USA. Chance to tie the game. Reina. Oh, it's swiped away. Now here come Turkey. Turkey into the box they go, and they just couldn't handle that. But they draw a corner. Turkey gets another corner. That was Yildiz. Yildiz number 11 of 2.
Pero al final Reina intentó enganchar, intentó definirla, terminarla él, terminó perdiendo el balón, de ahí vino la contra turca.
Here's the corner for Turkey that just pops up. It's still in play. Come on, clear it, clear it. And it's going to be a foul called on Turkey, so the free kick goes to USA.
Estados Unidos llega a este partido, Luis, con una racha de 11 encuentros sin poder ganarle a equipos europeos. 2 empates y 9 derrotas. Los 2 empates que acumulan esa racha de 11 sin ganar contra europeos fueron...
Still scoreless between Paraguay and Australia, so as that game nears halftime. USA Turkey is also nearing halftime. We'll see how much stoppage time is added for both these games. The Group D scenarios for Paraguay and Australia. Paraguay advances with a win. Australia advances with a win or draw. So nothing will happen to either USA or Turkey, no matter the result of this game, because USA's already won its group and Turkey's already eliminated. Turkey is only playing for pride, and USA, we're trying to finish the group stage strong. The shot! Oh, it's saved. Oh, it was a long shot, too, from McKinney of USA. That was saved. Thought it was going to bounce in, but it didn't. Now the foul is called. I don't know who the foul was called on. Here's the long shot again for McKinney that was saved. That was a good shot there. That was a good shot. It had to be saved by Turkey's goalie.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more of that anxiety and just like a desperation factor in that match from yesterday.
It's actually our free kick because the foul was on Turkey. All right, we cross it in, and that's off a Turkish head. That's a corner for the U.S. And in the Paraguay-Australia game, now that it's reached stoppage time in the first half, 6 minutes of stoppage time has been added. And 6 minutes of stoppage time have also been added for the Turkey-USA game. How about that? Both the final group stage games for Group D had 6 minutes of stoppage time added for the end of the first half. Or near the end of the first half, I should say. Hopefully USA can tie the game before the half. Meanwhile, Turkey may have the ball. Oh, go. Oh, man, that's a good slide there by Turkey to get it back. They cross it into the box. The header saved by Turner. Meanwhile, Australia throws the ball in, and USA trying to go forward. USA will throw it in. And then they're just showing the replay of Australia's shot that was saved. And Australia had a shot that was saved against Paraguay. Stoppage time of the first half. And now USA moving the ball. And USA will get a corner.
Best Australian to both play and manage your team at the World Cup, Tony Popovich. 58 caps and 8 goals as a centre half.
All right, come on. Let's see if we can get something out of this corner. Here's the corner. Headed, and it just goes over the goal. Meanwhile, Australia has the ball, moving it up to the box. Outside the box, the header for the Aussies just goes over as well. 3 minutes out of the 6 of stoppage time have gone in the first half for USA's game against Turkey. Turkey is just moving it up. Here's the cross. All right, Turner grabs it. In the Paraguay-Australia game, Paraguay had 1 shot. They have not had a shot on goal, and then Australia had like 6 shots, and 5 of them were like on goal or something like that I just saw there. All right, Leah's trying to come. That's a foul call on Turkey, so it should be a free kick in the edge of the box. Oh, actually, USA was offside. Leah was offside for USA. It was a free kick, but instead it was offside call.
You know that they're coming here, the USA, to take on Bosnia and Herzegovina in the last 32 on the first of July.
4 minutes out of the 6 of stoppage time have gone, so either we score another goal to tie the game, hopefully, or just defend.
His opponent, despite the fact he's only 18 years of age.
El cabezazo de George Gallagher.
They try to get there, but Turkey's goalie clears it. Way out of play. Still scoreless between Paraguay and Australia. But if that game ends in a draw, they would be good enough for Australia to move on in second place in Group D, the same group that USA is in. And then Paraguay probably could move on as one of the third place teams or something like that. I'll have to check to see if it moves them on as one of the third place teams. We're in the final minutes of the 6 that are added of stoppage time for USA versus Turkey. And Paraguay versus Australia is also in the final minute of the 6 added in stoppage time for first half. So looks like these games could be going into halftime at the same time. Here's the cross to USA. It gets headed away there by Turkey. And that ball just goes out of play. And that is the end of the first half of the USA-Turkey game.
En Los Ángeles, selección de los Estados Unidos lo ha ido ganando, lo dio vuelta a Turquía 2-1.
Now Australia has 6 minutes of the stop time have gone in the first half. The last chance for a shot before the half for Australia. And that's going to be headed away. And the first half of Australia-Paraguay ends with both the Aussies and Paraguayans scoreless.
Que los planes de teléfono son tan complicados, no entiendo nada.
Ay, es súper fácil. No, esto es un rompecabezas. Doctor, también nos deja el nuevo plan Simplific tiene un solo precio, $30 por línea. Un solo precio, por favor. Es que nos paga $30 hasta que tenemos una sola línea. ¿Cómo sus cejas?
Pedimos cambiamos ya.
Presentamos Simplific, un solo plan, un solo precio, $30 por línea. Hola, soy yo, piel seca. Afrontamos muchas cosas todos los días y pierdo ceramidas. Necesito retener la hidratación. Los hidratantes faciales de CeraVe desarrollados.
So at the end of the first half for both games, USA trails 2-1 against Turkey, and Paraguay and Australia still scoreless. Scoreless at the half for that game.
Y ahora presentamos el nuevo cuidado capilar anti-spam CeraVe.
I'll be right back.
There must see frail, huggy seas of fire, and through every round, we provide them with gentle protection for the most delicate skin. Huggies, designed with Mickey Mouse.
No hay nada como celebrar una gran jugada, pero ahora estamos celebrando algo más grande que cualquier deporte, tu mente.
El esfuerzo y saber que se está preparado nos ayuda en el día a día.
Las afirmaciones positivas me ayudan a mantenerme en equilibrio dentro y fuera de la cancha.
Soy exitoso, soy talentoso, estoy sano y fuerte.
Así que cuando nos veas hacer esto, es un llamado a tratar
Con amor, tu mente.
All right, I'm back. So in the first half between Turkey and USA, USA has had most of the possession against Turkey despite not playing our starters, most of our starters. Turkey had 4 shots, and the 2 that they've had on goal are the 2 that mattered. And USA has had 8 shots, and 4 of those were on goal. And then for the Paraguay-Australia game, although that game is scoreless, it is Australia that has had most of the possession against Paraguay. Australia's had 3 shots. Australia has had 6 shots, and 3 of those were on goal, and Paraguay's only had 1 shot in the game. So Australia has actually been playing better against Paraguay, but they couldn't get any of their shots to win. So currently, how things would stand is that if the Paraguay-Australia game ends in a draw, it would be good for Australia because Australia would finish second in the group, which means they would move on. And for Paraguay, probably they would move on as one of the third-place teams, I assume. But we honestly don't know. That would be enough for Paraguay to move on as a third-place team. So again, here is what the bracket looks like currently for the knockout stages of this year's World Cup. I don't know if y'all can see that. Whoops. I don't know if y'all saw that. So. Well, that's what the bracket looks like.
Yo juego fútbol, ellos juegan fútbol. Pasa. ¡Qué jugada!
¿Eres fanático del deporte y tienes alguna de estas plataformas?
Anótate un golazo y llega a Telemundo Deportes ahora. Entrevistas, partidos, análisis, debate en vivo, todo en un nuevo canal. Programación non-stop para el verdadero fanático.
Some of the confirmed knockout stage matches for this year's World Cup after the final set of group stage games for groups E and F are over. South Africa will play Canada in its first knockout stage game. The Netherlands and Morocco play against each other, first knockout stage game. Brazil and Japan will play against each other, first knockout stage game. Mexico and Switzerland have won their groups, and they will play against the third-place team. Germany won its group, so they'll play against the third-place team. And USA, it's looking like I'm hearing that they'll play Bosnia for its first knockout stage game.
Mucha energía, diversión, hasta amistades. ¿Te gusta esta complicidad? ¡Claro que sí! Aquí no se guarda nada. Es un secreto distinto.
And then for Ivory Coast, after they finished second in their group, they will play whoever finishes second in Group I. So it'll be against either France or Norway, because either one of those two finished first or second in that group. And those two play tomorrow.
Where am I?
Aquí muy cerca, señor. Yo soy Alex, que es una estrella también aquí en la ciudad de Los Ángeles. Tenemos a Alex Morgan, embarazada. Superwoman, por supuesto, en el estadounidense. Bueno, ¿qué te parece el resultado?
Bueno, la verdad, cuando realizo 9 cambios, hay veces que se puede salir. El equipo baja el ritmo un poco, la velocidad del equipo no está donde tiene que estar, pero faltan 45 minutos. Vamos a ver cómo los cambios, cómo lo hace.
Well, if it is official, if USA is playing against Bosnia for our first knockout stage game of this year's World Cup, then yeah, I think we would beat Bosnia since Bosnia is pretty easy for us. although we have struggled against European countries in World Cups, but like how we are against Turkey. Even though this is a meaningless game because we've already won our group, we're resting some of our starters.
What happened?
We're just playing for pride.
That's right.
Yes. That was just my mom just checking. But USA, we're trying to finish the group stage strong, although we've already won the group, and just resting some of our starters.
Para mí yo lo veo bien para tener 20-30 minutos para seguir con su ritmo.
Con eso vamos a la pausa, regresamos con el Turquía de Estados Unidos. Esta es la pausa, estamos en la Copa del Mundo. El medio tiempo fue patrocinado por Verizon.
With Kalshi, you can make predictions on anything. Predictions? I'm the special one. I see things before they happen. This shot of crossbar. It should cross into heaven. You see it? On the way home, you get caught in the rain, and then there's nothing to live in. But you keep it up.
The FIFA World Cup 2026 halftime show on Fox is presented by Visa.
The African countries that are in the knockout stages this year's World Cup: Morocco, South Africa, and Ivory Coast. We could have up to 9 African countries into the knockouts, which is a lot because there were 10 African countries that made it to this year's World Cup, but 3 out of the 10 have made it in, and although 1 African country is already eliminated, which is Tunisia, because they lost all their games and they allowed a lot of goals, including allowing 3 goals against the Netherlands. And at least they scored 1.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was born when the Japanese took judo to Brazil. When North African frying traditions met Spanish dough, Spain moved to churro. After Jamaicans took their sound systems to the UK, the world got and this is what the world gets when 48 nations meet to play one beautiful game.
So again, for those of you that don't know which countries are already in the knockouts, in Group A, both Mexico and South Africa are in the knockouts of that group. Group B, it's Switzerland and Canada. Group C, it's Brazil and Morocco. Group D, USA has already won the group after winning its first 2 games in Paraguay and Turkey. Even though we're losing 2-1 against Turkey right now in a meaningless game. But I want us to finish the second half strong, hopefully, Either a winner or draw, but I want us to. Then Group B, Germany, Ivory Coast move on. Group F, Netherlands and Japan move on. And Argentina's already won its group. And then for the third place teams that have moved on, countries that will be moving on to the knockouts as third place teams, Bosnia, Ecuador, and Sweden. But for Ecuador, they had to beat Germany in order to make it to the knockouts, which they have. So that was a huge win for Ecuador. They needed to win to get to the knockouts, which I'm very happy for them. Because Germany, they have already won the group, so.
Este verano Telemundo hace historia. El 7 de julio, prepárate para un triple estreno.
Espectacular todo.
El fenómeno mundial Operación Triunfo llega a Estados Unidos.
Vine a triunfar.
El Señor de los Cielos regresa en su temporada final. Yo decido cómo termina esto. Y el tronco, donde la lucha por la justicia no tiene límites. No te pierdas el triple
Although
estreno
South
de
Korea
Telemundo.
and Scotland have already played 3 games, but their spot in the knockouts is just in the fate of some of the other games. But I like South Korea's chances to get into the knockouts better than Scotland because both of them are at 3 points, but South Korea has a better goal difference than the Scotsmen. South Korea's goal difference is at a -1 and Scotland's goal difference at a -3. And the second halves of both Australia, Paraguay, and USA, Turkey are about to start. So we're going to be in for some fantastic finishes. Although one of these 2 games is meaningless than the other, well, USA's game is probably meaningless. But I still want us to finish the group stage strong.
Bueno, yo creo que si nos dejamos llevar por lo que vimos en el campo de juego, por ese inicio que tuvo el equipo de Pochettino con varias ocasiones, un gol temprano, puede decir que esté sorprendido. Especialmente porque no había podido convertir goles hasta ahora en el mundial, a pesar de los 62 disparos a puerta en los primeros 2 encuentros. Pero esta es una selección que hoy está jugando absolutamente sin nada que perder. Creo que Henry ha entendido esto y lo ha trasladado a partir de los goles, más que nada, en confianza, ¿no? Lo ha transformado para que el equipo hoy turco piense que puede despedirse del mundial, pero se puede ir por la puerta grande, se puede ir con un triunfo frente a una selección de Estados Unidos que ya sabe cuál va a ser su rival, va a ser su rival el sábado de final, ya está confirmado el partido, porque va a ser el próximo 1 de julio en Santa Clara, Bosnia y Herzegovina. San Francisco.
The USA fans are in love with Mauricio, and we'll see Mauricio coming on.
And the second half of the USA-Turkey game starts. And the second half for Australia and Paraguay will be about to start from there. After Paraguay had to make a second half sub.
Sería curioso, Luis, si hoy no gana Estados Unidos, que llegue a ese partido con Bosnia de los 16avos de final con una racha de 12 contra europeos sin victorias y que el último rival.
So now the second half has started for both the final set of group stage games for Group D. So let's see if USA can finish this game strong going into the knockouts, if we can come back against Turkey. Although we have just nothing to play for in this game. All right, here's USA, a chance to tie the game. Wow, they didn't call a free kick for that? That should be a free kick for us because should have been a foul on Turkey. But we do get it back, though, and it's intercepted by Turkey, and they clear it out. Now USA gets it back. Leia has it.
Sí, han estado todos los futbolistas calentando el terreno de juego. Específicamente, Cristian Pulisic ha estado con un asistente de Mauricio Pochettino haciendo ejercicios. Así que yo creo que no vamos a tardar mucho en el 10 de la selección. Creo que además de la posibilidad de verlo a Cristian Pulisic en el campo.
And one of Australia's players just got yellow carded just a minute into the second half against Paraguay. Paraguay sends a long free kick into the box. Let the ball go out of play as they throw it in themselves. Turkey is gonna. Oh, USA is gonna get a corner. Okay, USA has a corner. This is our chance to tie the game. USA takes it short, cross it into the box, and Turkey just heads it away, but we got it back. Oh, and Turkey's goalie punches it out. And that ball is just going to roll out of play for USA to throw in. And Paraguay had a shot that was blocked, but the second shot they had there in the Australia game just skies over the goal. USA throws it into the box. The USA player fell down, and the shot! Goal! It's tied! Two. And what a rocket it was for Berhalter. You know, Sebastian Berhalter, the son of former USA coach Greg Berhalter. And just 4 minutes into the second half, we tie it up at 2.
Sí, es una oportunidad para adelante, también perdiendo y importante lo saben, que había tenido una primera parte complicada, que había sido arrestado con el equipo de futbolistas sustituidos,
and then the shot for Paraguay was saved by Australia's goalie, Patrick Beach. All right, now that we tie the game, hopefully we can score another to take the lead, so that way we finish the group stage perfect, like Mexico did.
Ha sido un dolor de cabeza hasta ahora durante todo el encuentro el tema de la pelota parada. Los tiros de esquina, esto es casi lo mismo, ¿no? Un saque lateral para que se acomoda, ponerlos en el área. Fíjate.
So now in the World Cup this year, we have scored 8 goals. 8 goals we have scored in this year's World Cup. That's probably the most we have ever scored all time in a World Cup year. And this is probably the most goals I've seen us score by USA in a single World Cup year, because this USA team is different compared to USA teams in the past.
Country Roads!
And then Australia had a shot that was blocked, but they get the ball back. Oh, this is our chance for the lead. Oh, we just couldn't get to the ball. And now Turkey has it.
buena ejecución, demasiado largo el pase de Alonso para el delantero del PSV.
Now Turkey is moving the ball up.
Sí, de John Denver de 1971. Se ha convertido en el himno no oficial de Estados Unidos. Bueno, es la selección que es la canción que han seleccionado para cuando acaban los partidos.
Now Turkey just throws it in.
Y jugadores se habían seleccionado primero Sweet Carolina, pero luego se encuentra la Federación Estadounidense, que es la campeón, claro. La tenía seleccionado también Inglaterra.
Long ball. There's a foul called. Foul is called on Turkey. All right, come on. Let's take the lead. And Wales offside. I believe that's the second time that Wales been called offside this game.
Eso de extending with the ball. You can see that for them in the English Premier League. That's still a very good point forward. So.
Es parte del folclore del fútbol, tomar canciones muy populares y cambiarles la letra, así se llama.
Foul called on USA. Well, meanwhile, Paraguay has the ball as they're moving it up towards the box against Australia. They cross it in, but Australia heads it away. Now Australia will look to charge forward. Here comes Paraguay, but they just couldn't get a shot off. And Paraguay's going to get a corner against Australia. Meanwhile, back to the USA-Turkey game. USA is just moving the ball, looking to take the lead. As this game is tied up 2-2. So that goal that Sebastian Berhalter scored, he is the fifth different player for USA to score this year's World Cup. So we've got goals from 5 different players this year's World Cup, with the exception of 2 own goals. And Turkey defends that against us. Meanwhile, Paraguay took the corner short. It was not a very good corner for them. USA has the ball now against Turkey. Turkey is just defending this game. Australia is now moving the ball up against Paraguay, and it just goes out of play for them.
Lo que hace es que Josh Cali tiene que tener más recorrido ahora.
This game is tied 2-2 between USA-Turkey, 10 minutes into the second half. The goals for USA were scored by Trusty and Berhalter, and for Turkey, one of their goals was scored by Berhalter, and I forgot who scored the other goal for Turkey that when they took the lead 2-1. Meanwhile, the Australia-Paraguay game, Paraguay is moving the ball forward. They are looking to break the goose egg against Australia, and they sky the ball over.
Por ahí no quiere que discute todo el partido el día de hoy. Y si saca, digamos, si lo saca McKennie, lo va a rechazar a Berhalter a jugar en el puesto de McKennie. Pero si saca Tepi y mete a Rossi, puede ser 9. Sí, o a Wea también le puede usar por 9.
USA moving it up. Come on, let's take the lead. And we were offside. We've been called offsides a lot this game. There's Pulisic there with Pochettino. It's looking like Pulisic is going to be subbed into this game. Well, if he is going to be subbed in, which I hope. Pulisic did not play in the last game, our second group stage game in our 2-0 win against Australia because of an injury. He's back for this game, but he's on the bench. So, oh, there it is. We're going to sub in Pulisic. Pulisic is going to be subbed in. Hopefully that can give us a spark and help us win. Simwea will come off and Pulisic will come in. So hopefully this sparks USA to a win so we can finish the group stage perfect, just like Mexico. And Pulisic does play after all, as we all knew. Meanwhile, here's Turkey. It's a nice pass, and we were able to defend that, so it's a throw-in for Turkey. Australia just made its first sub of the game, just 12 minutes into the second half. As that game against Paraguay and Australia, that game was still scoreless. Meanwhile, Turkey is just moving the ball up. Goaler stuck. And he's able to get the pass back.
Change the momentum of the match.
The game momentum between Paraguay and Australia. Each of the two countries has had the momentum go their way. That game is still scoreless. Now Matt Turner just throws the ball ahead to Giorena. All right, come on. We got to score to take the lead 3-2. Here's Pulisic. He's not scored yet in this year's World Cup. He scored one goal before in his World Cup career, which came in our last group stage game against Iran during the last World Cup. Here we go for the lead. And we're going to get a corner. Come on. This is our chance to take the lead. Meanwhile, here come Australia looking to take the lead. And that ball's going to go out of play through the end line for a goal kick. Meanwhile, back to USA-Turkey game. USA getting ready to take the corner. A chance to take the lead. Here's the corner. It's swung on. And it was last touched by a USA player, so it'll be a goal kick for Turkey.
To sit in a position where he has to show give ball to keeper, where defenders can just step right up on.
And now, in the Paraguay-Australia game, Australia has the balls. They're moving up towards the box. The shot for them is blocked. They do get it back, though, the Aussies. Australia's looking to cross it, and they're looking to shoot. The shot for Australia is saved. That game is still scoreless with 30 minutes plus stoppage time left in that one against Paraguay. And it's really 30 minutes plus stoppage time left for the USA game. We have both games with 30 minutes plus stoppage time left. Both games are tied well. Paraguay and Australia scoreless, and USA-Turkey tied at 2-2. Here's Pulisic. Pulisic has a chance to give us the lead. Shot, save, and the cleanup just missed. That was a good shot by Pulisic. He was almost going to get his second career World Cup goal because the first shot was saved, and then The cleanup attempt by Aronson missed.
También pudo haber enganchado hacia el centro ante el cierre ya casi con desesperación del futbolista turco. Rebote que dio el portero Shakir y Aronson le erró al arco. Se sintió tan seguro en la definición que al final estaba por ver.
Now, out of the 3 host countries for this year's World Cup, the only host country that has lost a game so far is Canada. Well, Canada lost their final group stage game against Switzerland. They lost that game 2-1. And because of Canada not winning their group, they will not be able to play their first 2 knockout stage games at their home country.
They played the full 90 minutes in both of their games so far over Alderete. They'll be loath to.
So for the rest of the way, Canada is going to be playing away from their home country. So all the rest of their knockout stage games, starting with their first one against South Africa, will be played in the US. Here's a cross that we're sending in. Oh, shot! Oh, it hit the post! Wait, shot! Oh! Turkey's goalie might be injured or something. He's still down. Well, that was close for us taking the lead. We hit the post and we almost looked like we took the corner. I don't know if we got a corner, but that was close. Oh, Pulisic might have hit the post or had it saved. Wow, it was saved and then it hit the post. That close to be taking the lead. Turkey's goalie is down. He's still down. There's probably going to be a lot of stoppage time at the end of the USA-Turkey game due to the injury of Turkey's goalie. Hopefully Turkey's goalie is all right, but that was a really good save that he made. Meanwhile, Australia crosses the ball into the box. They're nearing in the position to score, to try to take the lead. As that game is still scoreless against Paraguay, they have the ball near the corner flag, and it ends up going out of play through the end line. So it'll be a goal kick to Paraguay. Looks like Turkey's goalie is okay as he's back up on his feet. So it is actually a corner for USA. All right, this is our chance to take the lead. Come on. Here's the corner. Headed, and it goes out of play. It'll be a goal kick to Turkey. Yeah, at least we're getting a lot of shots in the second half, so. Yep, because we want to finish this game strong, want to finish the group stage strong going into the knockouts. Now Turkey has intercepted it, and now they're moving up. Turkey into the box, and that shot cleared away by USA.
Sí, tiene 4 futbolistas calentando, pero de momento parece que Montela no prepara ningún cambio. Y mientras Armstead ha vuelto a poner el peto.
Meanwhile, in the Paraguay-Australia game, Paraguay has the ball as they're moving towards the box.
Y por eso creo que quiere mantener el 11 un poquito más de lo que tenía pensado inicialmente.
Paraguay just moves it back to midfield.
Ahí está Pulisic.
Now Turkey just tries to swipe the ball back, but it's going to go back to USA.
Lo ha marcado tiro libre para la selección de los Estados Unidos. Es el triángulo. Vamos a la pausa de hidratación. Triángulo futbolístico que ha formado Rupert Holter, Aronson,
And we are going to the hydration break for the Turkey-USA game.
Así es, Estados Unidos en un sector donde sufrió por momentos en la primera mitad, que era la mitad de la cancha. Ahora claramente tiene superioridad. Ha mejorado mucho. Gracias a Nicolas Pulga en este momento de hidratación.
Retro Miller says, who's winning so far? USA and Turkey are currently tied 2-2 in their last group stage game. And both Australia and Paraguay are still scoreless. So, but USA has already won its first two group stage games and has already won its group due to Paraguay beating Turkey. So no matter what happens for USA in this game against Turkey, it won't really affect us because we've already won our group. But I want us to finish the group stage strong and finish this game strong going into the knockouts. But there's still a lot of time left for USA to try to score the winner so that we can finish this, so we can finish the group stage perfect. And now it's looking like the Paraguay-Australia game is going to a hydration as well.
Esta selección de los Estados Unidos que estamos viendo ahora tiene un antes de la Copa Oro y un después de la Copa Oro. Son dos selecciones completamente diferentes, aunque la base de los futbolistas son casi lo mismo. Sí, yo creo que hay obviamente algunos futbolistas como el caso más general de Christian Pulisic, que no tuvo el torneo de CONCACAF el año pasado. Hace indudablemente una enorme diferencia a favor de Estados Unidos, pero yo creo que fue un poquito el punto de inflexión, donde comenzó a notarse un poquito una mejoría, aunque le han seguido apostando, especialmente como lo mandábamos y lo mencionábamos antes, contra los equipos europeos. Yo creo que la selección de Pochettino está en claro crecimiento. Ya se notaba, se veía en los amistosos que jugó previo al Mundial, en la victoria frente a Senegal, lo bien que jugó a Alemania, especialmente en la primera mitad, a pesar de la...
And we're back from the hydration break for the USA-Turkey game.
Por eso yo creo que es un equipo que, además de lo que ha mejorado en cuanto al juego, se lo nota con una motivación y una confianza que antes no tenía. Confianza en el trabajo, confianza en lo que ha sido el proceso de Pochettino.
And here comes Turkey. Uh-oh. See if we can get to it. Good. Only 20 minutes plus stoppage time left in this game for USA Turkey. It's tied 2-2. Ever since Pulisic has come on, we have played better. So Pulisic subbing on, it's kind of changed the course for us in this game, the way that we played. Well, here comes Pulisic here. Nope, that's Aronson that has the ball. Well, Pulisic is behind him, but Turkey swipes it away. There's only 20 minutes plus stoppage time left in the Paraguay-Australia game as their hydration break is done. And then the shot for Turkey just missed. You see that shot again from Turkey. Oh, that would have been a nice goal if Turkey had scored, but thankfully they didn't. Turkey missed.
Para que la pelota se viniera cerrando, pasó muy cerca del corte de mano izquierda de Tana. La vio adentro, hablando de avioncitos.
All right, come on. We got like under 20 minutes plus stoppage time left. We need to score to end the group stage perfect.
La pelota, Ricardo Pepi que no la puede controlar. Reina estuvo en el plan en 6 años esta última temporada. Jugaron con el Dortmund del 20 al 25. Pero sigue siendo propiedad de Dortmund, ¿no? No, creo que no. Pero me parece que no. Si me acuerdo bien, me parece que no. A ver, hermano, la tiene, ¿eh? Yo creo que no. De hecho, el otro día le preguntaba, porque él es muy aficionado yo Reina a los Legos, a construir Legos, y le preguntaba que cómo había sido la mudanza de todos los Legos.
Now Turkey has the ball. They're just trying to move it up.
Fue sencillo. No se le volvió ninguno. También me contó que había otros futbolistas del equipo como yo Kelly que se aburrían de los y al final los acababa terminando su mujer. Que es una de las actividades que les gusta a los futbolistas de la selección estadounidense. Y bueno, hay muchos que se relajan de esa manera, seguro.
Here comes Turkey moving up. Turkey will throw it in.
Y ahora sí se van a venir cambios en Estados Unidos, Alex Lima y Serginho Dest y también Alex Tetenas. Porque se queda sin entrar por el momento.
USA is about to sub in some more players, so hopefully that would help us. Will help us, spark us to a win. Well, here comes Paraguay, meanwhile, against Australia. They're trying to shoot the ball against the Aussies. USA will throw the ball in, and they're going to throw it in again, USA. Meanwhile, Paraguay just tries to cross the ball in, and it goes out of play to the end line for a goal kick for Australia. So if these scores hold, I mean, USA, we've already won our group, regardless what happens. Although I want us to finish the group stage perfect with 3 wins. And both Australia and Paraguay would probably go through, but most likely Australia because they would need at least a draw. Meanwhile, USA is moving towards the box, looking to score the winner. Here you go, cross it into the box, and Turkey just cleared it away. "15 minutes plus stoppage time left to go. There's still time to score the winner to try to finish the group stage perfect." Meanwhile, for the Paraguay-Australia game, the Paraguay player was initially down, but it looks like he's trying to get up. And he does get up. And it's going to be a corner. Here comes some changes for USA. It's going to be Reina that comes off, and Dest that comes in. So another one of our usual starters comes in. And Aronson's going to be the next one to come off. And there'll be 26 that comes in. And then the last one to come off is number 23. That would be the Scallywally guy. For Alex Freeman, number 16, who scored USA's second goal in our 2-0 win against Australia. Now we take the corner shorts after those 3 subs were made. Pulisic. Shot! Missed it! Pulisic. That was a good shot there by Pulisic, but he missed. That close to scoring his first goal of this year's World Cup, and that would have been his second career World Cup goal. Meanwhile, in the Paraguay-Australia game, looks like a Paraguay player just got yellow carded. Now Turkey intercepted it. Okay, intercepted it. Oh, up ahead. Here we go. It's Pepe that was up ahead, but Turkey was able to get there. Wow, somehow he's just able to get by that USA player. Now Turkey moving it up past midfield. 24 has it for Turkey, now to 21. The only players that I know that Turkey has is that Şanoglu guy, who's their captain, and of course Arda Güler, who is the same age as me.
Todavía falta bastante en el partido, pero creo que no han bajado el resto de sus compañeros, a pesar de que han cambiado varios ya. Ha sido Pepe, porque le ha faltado llegar en los piques a las pelotas que le han puesto. En algunos no estaba del todo atento. Podemos decir que es el punto tal vez negativo, ¿no? Pensando que Pepe, claro, es el reemplazante, por lo menos es el que primero está en la lista.
Still has the ball. And just trying to move up. Now here come Turkey. There we go. Oh, we got it back, Turkey. Defend. Come on, we got to defend this. There we go. Saved by Turkey. Pulisic now has it. And passes it back to Berhalter, who scored the second goal of the game. That gave USA, that tied the game for USA at 2-2. And now here's Turkey. Oh, hello, Ellie. So glad you made it. Coming up on 10 minutes plus stoppage time left to go as USA and Turkey are tied 2-2. This is USA's last group stage game before we play our first knockout stage game of this World Cup. All right, looks like we got it. Now Turkey gets it. Now Turkey has it. And hopefully USA can score the winner so that way we finish the group stage perfect. Meanwhile, here's Turkey. They have it at the edge of the box. Shot! They sky it over. Turkey intercepted one of her passes. There's only 10 minutes left in the Paraguay-Australia game, and that game is scoreless still. The USA-Turkey game has been more entertaining than the Paraguay-Australia game, supposedly. Although the USA-Turkey game has been a bit meaningless because USA already won its first 2 group stage games and has won its group. So, but we just want to finish the group stage strong and finish it perfect. 3 for 3 wins. So far, Mexico is the only country to win its first 3 group stage games. Win all of its group stage games so far. So yesterday after they beat Czechia 3-0.
Es marcador central por del Fenerbahce, así que veremos quién sale en la defensa de Turquía. Yunsun es delantero, así que tal vez lo quite allí más.
And the shot for Paraguay misses against Australia. Meanwhile, USA Turkey. USA has the ball. Here we go. This is our chance for the lead. Oh, it's swiped away. There's no call there. Here comes Turkey. Goalie moving closer to the box. USA player fell down. Now Turkey will settle things. Stop. They cross it. All right, we're able to head that one. It's still in the box, and we clear it out. And meanwhile, here's Australia moving it in to try to score the winner, and that shot was saved by Paraguay's goalie. Meanwhile, back to the USA-Turkey game. Yep. Turkey that has the ball. Guler tries a cross. It's intercepted. All right, come on, USA. Foul. That foul's on Turkey. Turkey will get 2 more subs in. That's Kagler, number 4. That's going to come in. And the other sub is going to be 26, Kazan, something like that. It says on the name of that Turkish player that came in with the headband. All right, here we go. Come on, USA. Let's try to score the finish. The group stage perfect, and Turkey swipe it away. And we found a Turkish player, so they'll get the free kick from that spot. Paraguay will make its 3rd sub of the game over the Paraguay-Australia game. And Australia will make its 2nd and 3rd subs of the game. Back to the USA-Turkey game. USA has the ball against Turkey as we are trying to finish the group stage perfect if we do win this game. There's a long ball that's sent in to Turkey. USA able to intercept. Now Turkey gets it back. Excuse me.
El balón que vino cortito por aquí está Usher abriendo en aquel sector.
Shot gets blocked and it just goes out of play. Meanwhile, in the Paraguay-Australia game, Paraguay has the ball and they're just looking to try to score the winner. They would send them to the knockouts. But if that game ends in a draw, Australia will move on. But a win or draw, Australia either way needs to move on. And it looks like USA will get its last sub into the game by the looks of things. Maybe not. Turkey just throws the ball in and they'll still get another throw in.
One side of the field to the other. Defensively, Australia is very comfortable with that. They know that if any crosses come in, they handle it. So it's like, okay, go from side to side.
All right, USA has it. All right, this is our chance to score the winner to finish the group stage perfect.
Berhalter, estuvo hacia atrás.
Australia would go through as the runners up, and you can see on the screen now, Paraguay would be sitting as the
Berhalter, para buscar al capitán.
third place team
Y no
at the
llegó
moment,
Christian
and the
Pulisic.
top 8
Mira, le puso la almohada y bajó
to
la
the
pelota.
last 32.
Alex.
So it's looking good.
All right, here we go. USA has a chance to take the lead here. Late to try to finish the group stage perfect. Here we go. And that shot, it's going to be still in play. The ball's still in. Well, we got it back. Come on. Pulisic. Here we go. Chance for the win. And the foul is called. Turkey will have a free kick after USA fouls. So even if the Australia-Paraguay game ends in a draw, it's looking like it may end in a scoreless draw. And Paraguay would still be the fourth best third place team, so that'd be good for them. So. But at the moment, I don't know if they would clinch and spawn the knockouts or not. So, like some of the other third place teams have. Here comes Turkey. They have an open shot here. And Matt Turner is able to get it. All right, here we go. Oh, no call there. Wow. Should have been a foul there. Instead, there's Turkey. Still moving the ball. Pass.
And he's insistent that it came off the Australian player last, but it goes against Galazza.
Lo estaba tomando un poco, ¿no?
Sí, igual los dos estaban tocando, los dos sujetándose mutuamente. Lo pasó por arriba el balón.
The left knee just goes in the back of the leg.
Pulisic, opa.
It's going to be 91 degrees in me and Rich Rosary on Tuesday. Oh, it's going to be 91 degrees in you and Rich Rosary on Tuesday. Oh, really? Yep. It's because both of you guys live up in Minnesota, although Minnesota gets cold mostly during the winters. But the summers are usually cool up there, since Minnesota's up north. But where I live, it usually gets very hot in Vegas during the summer. But whenever it's wintertime, it does get a bit cold. Because that's what happens when you live down south, especially in a state that touches part of the Sun Belt. So, meanwhile, Australia is trying to score the winner, but they miss. And it looks like a USA player is down. That must be trustee number 6, who scored the first goal of this game just 3 minutes in for USA. All right, as he shot it. That's where he went down, just pressuring that Turkish player. And there's going to be 7 minutes of stoppage time added. 7 minutes of stoppage time are added for the USA-Turkey game for the second half. And it could be more than 7 minutes. It could be more than 7 minutes because they're still looking at Trusty there, the injured USA player. There's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time added for the Paraguay-Australia game, and a game that has been scoreless so far as both countries are looking to score a winner. But if that game ends in a draw, Australia moves on in second place, and Paraguay would be the fourth best third place team going into tomorrow. But I don't know if that would clinch them a spot in the knockouts yet. Well, maybe we'll have to find out until all of tomorrow's games are being played to see if Paraguay gets in. But I think they should if their game between them and Australia ends in a draw. Now Turkey will make one more sub. That's probably their last sub of the game. They actually are making 2 subs. So I have to look there.
Bueno, pero está pisando mal, ¿eh? Sí, está campeando
Yep,
mucho.
those are Turkey's last 2 subs of the game.
Hay un fallo médico de la selección de Estados Unidos para seguir tratándole. Creo que quiere continuar, pero la cojera que tiene es muy pronunciada.
And Paraguay will make its final subs of the game as well against Australia.
El cuerpo médico de la selección se vale la pena arriesgar en el final, ¿no? Por esa torcedura de tobillo que parece bastante grave para el lateral izquierdo de Estados Unidos.
2 minutes have gone out of the 7 that are added in stoppage time, and possibly maybe another minute being played in that, because they have to look at the injured USA player. All right, here we go. Our chance to score the winner and end the group stage perfect. Would it be nice if he scored in stoppage time to end it off perfect like that? And that shot, and that is up there. Now Turkey has it. They got a chance to end their World Cup campaign on a high note, despite them being eliminated after losing their first 2 games. Well, meanwhile, here's Paraguay with a shot, and it is saved by Australia's goalie. Meanwhile, back at the USA Turkey game. Here comes Turkey. Turkey still has the ball. Oh, here's Australia with a shot, and it's saved by Paraguay's goalie. That was Australia's chance to possibly win the game and move on.
Con la misma cantidad de puntos que Paraguay estaría terminando en la segunda colocación del grupo. Con la diferencia de goles.
Here's a long ball for Turkey. Set it out there. Minnesota has been. It says Ellie says Minnesota has moist seat due to how many lakes we have. Yep, it's because Minnesota is the land of 10,000 lakes. Meanwhile, Australia comes ahead and they just lost the ball to Paraguay as they draw foul. So Australia will get a free kick. We only got 3 minutes of the 7 that are added left in stoppage time. Hopefully USA ends the group stage on a high note by just scoring the winner. It'll give us a lot of momentum going into the knockouts. All right, here we go. Oh, here we go. A chance to win. Oh, it's blocked. And a foul is called on USA. I don't know why you called the foul there.
El central, bueno, está jugando como lateral, Soyuncu. De partido porque cuidaba al jugador turco y después daba también el brazo, la mano de Ricardo. Quedan 2 de los 7 que dio el árbitro, pero creo que
Paraguay and Australia is in the final seconds. It's looking like that game's going to end in a scoreless draw. Meanwhile, here comes Turkey, and gets headed away by USA. It is a scoreless draw between Paraguay and Australia. Yep, it's a scoreless draw between Paraguay and Australia. Australia moves on, and Paraguay is currently the 4th best 3rd place team. But I don't know if that advances Paraguay or not. We'll have to find out until all of tomorrow's games, the final games for groups G, H, and I, once all those are over. But Australia moves on to the knockouts. It is a scoreless draw for that game. It ends there.
allá va el zurdo.
All right, this is the last chance for USA to score the winner and end the group stage perfect.
Para Cerquillo de... ¿A quién se la tiró?
A nadie.
¿A Manu?
A mí, sí, de hecho pasó por aquí cerquita. No me importaría quedármela, ¿eh? Parece que Montella no quiere perder el partido. O sea, si no lo puede ganar, no lo quiere perder. Porque ahora Soyuncu lo corrió a jugar como central y está jugando con 3 centrales, está jugando con línea de 5. Muldur.
We're nearing possibly the 7-minute mark of stoppage time for Turkey versus USA.
Señor presidente, ¿no? De Liberia.
Now Turkey just has a chance to try to win it.
Fue el primero y es el único, ¿no? Balón de oro africano. En el año del Rey León.
And Turkey will get a throw-in.
Muy fácil.
Ya no es presidente.
Pero no pierde el título, don Diego.
Bueno, sí. Hasta el 24.
See if the USA we can get it.
Arda Güler. La pelota que vino elevada. Pasó.
Here's a shot for Turkey. Goal for Turkey. So Turkey ends their World Cup campaign on a high note as they score a last-second winner against USA. And just the last breath of the game.
Y parece que no habrá capacidad de respuesta. Güler que la juega, Muldur al borde del área. Hay un rebote. Mirá lo que hace Arda Güler aquí. Otro túnel más. Ya es el tercer o cuarto del partido de Arda Güler. La única duda es si estaba habilitado o no. Yo creo que Usun estaba habilitado. Después el que la toca al gol también lo está. Para mí no hay duda.
Yep, Turkey takes the lead 3-2, and that possibly has won the game for them. And that is it. Turkey wins 3-2. So we lose our final group stage game. Well, yeah, at least they ended their World Cup campaign on a high note. But now, next up, it's time to focus on our knockout stage game for whoever we play. It's going to be against Bosnia by the looks of things. So Turkey wins at the buzzer.
Y Estados Unidos se va a tener que olvidar muy rápido de esto para concentrarse en Bosnia y en lo que se viene en Santa Clara el 1 de julio por los 16avos de final de esta Copa.
Well, we actually played well in this game, but until at the end, Turkey just scored. But hey, at least we had a lot of shots in that game. I don't know why we allowed them to score on the final play of the game, but yep. But they're eliminated. They're probably going to celebrate like they probably won the World Cup or something. But even though they've already been eliminated. Yep, that should do it for this stream. So I'll see you guys on Saturday for when I stream my reactions to Argentina's last group stage game against Jordan. And hopefully Argentina finishes the group stages perfect, unlike USA. So, yep, so USA, Australia move on. And we'll see if Paraguay moves on as one of the third place teams from the results of tomorrow's game. So, again, see you later.
Disponible ya.